Hey Health Nuts, welcome back to my channel. My name's Nicole, in case you're new here. I am so excited about today's video because I have created 4 budget-friendly meals under $1.50 per serving. Are you guys shocked? I'm shocked. I was so impressed that I actually made this happen. It's a video I've been wanting to film for a while. I was inspired to do this video from an awesome non-for-profit organization called EVA's that Matt and I have been recently introduced to, and basically they are bringing in homeless youth and helping give them the skills and resources they need to actually get out into the real world. So we just love what they're doing. We're really supporting them. We've met the team and they're just an amazing group of people, and I wanted to promote an event that they're hosting that's happening tomorrow in Toronto. It's called Taste Matters. I will leave a link down below if you guys want to grab a ticket. Matt and I will be there. We have a coupon code Healthnut for, I believe, 20% off. And if you guys were following me on Instagram last week, I gave away 6 tickets. So hopefully you guys can come. And like I said, more details in the info box. So without further ado, let's hop right in. All right, so first up, we're gonna make my banana oat single serve pancakes. In a bowl, you're gonna mash up 1 ripe banana. You wanna make sure it's extra spotty, so it's super sweet, and it's just gonna mash up super easy in this recipe. Mash, mash, mash. You basically wanna mash it so it's almost applesauce, but still has some texture. Next, crack in an egg, vanilla extract, and I have some oat flour, which you can just make your own oat flour by grinding up some oats in a food processor or blender. A pinch of sea salt, and then mix everything up until you form what looks like a pancake batter. This is such a great recipe when you're feeling like pancakes on a weekday morning because these take 5 minutes to make and they're single serve. So you can just make 1 batch for yourself, or you can double it or quadruple it depending on how many people you're serving. Heat up a large nonstick skillet with a little bit of butter. You want to get it nice and hot before you start spooning on your pancake batter. This recipe will make about 3 medium-sized pancakes. You're going to cook it for a couple minutes on each side until golden brown. You can serve these with really any fruit that you like, but to keep things under $1.50, I'm adding on some sliced banana and some good old Canadian maple syrup. These pancakes also work really well with sunflower seeds and almond butter. For lunch, we are making my quinoa kale black bean stir fry with a fried egg on top. In a large nonstick skillet, you're gonna drizzle on some olive oil, saute some chopped up garlic, and then I have a ton of kale that I just washed, destemmed, and chopped up. You're gonna add that right in and it's gonna wilt right down, so make sure you add a lot. As always, all of the recipes featured in this video will be linked down below in the info box. To help it cook down, I'm adding in a bit of water and then I'm just gonna cover it. This is gonna help the kale cook down a bit. Next, we're adding in some cooked fluffy quinoa. And then I have a can of black beans. You can use any beans that you like, but I really like this combination. All you have to do is stir it around, get everything well mixed and combined, and you're really just heating up the beans and the quinoa. Pop it off the heat and transfer it to another dish while we reheat that same pan with a little bit of olive oil to cook our fried eggs. So I'm making 2 servings here, one for Matt and I since we were filming together on this day, and I'm just gonna season it with a little sea salt and black pepper. Cover it with a lid. I find this helps the tops of the egg whites cook while still keeping the yolk nice and runny. That's like a perfect fried egg if you ask me. I was very proud of these eggs. And now it's time to assemble. So I'm just spooning on a few spoons of the quinoa, kale, and bean mixture onto a plate. This recipe will make 4 good-sized servings. Top it with your fried egg and you have a delicious lunch under $1.50 per serving that is so satisfying and delicious. I love making this all the time because it's just so easy to whip up. It's also great because you can store any of the kale, quinoa, and bean mixture in the fridge and then just fry an egg whenever you're ready for lunch. For dinner, we are making my potato lentil stew. I was so impressed with this recipe because not only are we under budget, it is so hearty and filling and you can make a large amount of it. In a large pot, I'm heating up some olive oil, adding in my garlic, onion, and I'm just gonna saute this for about a minute. For my veggies, I'm adding in some carrots, Potatoes. Now I left my skin on, but you can totally peel them if you want. I just want to keep things super easy. For spices, I have some dried rosemary, dried thyme, a little bit of cumin, paprika, and a good pinch of salt and pepper. Mix that all up to evenly coat everything with the spices and just to kind of start browning those vegetables and really intensifying the flavor. Once your veggies have sauteed a bit, it's time to add in your liquid. So I'm just adding in a few cups of water, some tomato paste, and for my actual stock, I'm just using some vegetable bouillon cubes. They were super cheap and I always have them on hand in the cupboard. And then of course, as the name suggests, there's lentils. I'm just using some dried green lentils in this recipe. They're really quick to cook up. They're not like regular dried beans where you have to soak them and cook them for a long period of time. I just add them right in, give everything a really good stir to combine everything, and you're just gonna let this come to a boil and then simmer it for about 25 minutes until everything cooks up. And this is what it looks like once the liquid has started to absorb and everything's kind of cooked up and softened. And then during the last 10 minutes, I like to add in some kale just for some extra greens. You guys know I love to add greens wherever I can. And I had some left over from lunch, so I decided just to add it into this recipe as well. And we are still under budget. Now that your stew is done, it's time to serve. I just like to pile it up high. This makes quite a few servings actually, and is such a warm, hearty dish, perfect to have during the colder months. I know you guys are gonna love it. You'll be shocked at how delicious it is. For an energizing snack, we are making my chocolate peanut butter oat bites. In a large bowl, add in smooth, natural peanut butter. If you wanna make these school-friendly, feel free to use sunflower butter. For sweetness, I'm using maple syrup, vanilla extract, and mix everything up until smooth. Now we're gonna add in our dry ingredients. I have some old-fashioned oats, ground flaxseed, cinnamon, which is gonna help balance out the sugars in this recipe, and a pinch of sea salt. You wanna omit this if you're using salted nut butter. And then of course, our chocolate chips. You can also use carob chips, or you could sub it for raisins or any other dried fruit that you like. Using your spatula, mix it really well until everything is well combined and you no longer see any raw, uncovered oats. All right, now comes the fun part. You're gonna scoop out your batter into about 1 to 2 tablespoons worth of balls. And these are gonna make about 12 energy bites, and all you have to do is then pop them into the fridge to set and firm up, and you have delicious chocolate peanut butter energy bites on demand whenever you're feeling peckish or you need a little dessert after dinner. All right, Health Nuts, there you have it. 4 budget-friendly meals, all under $1.50 per serving. This was such a fun video to create and film, and I'm just like really impressed that all these recipes are under $1.50. I didn't realize you could make such fabulous food that's still really cheap. I was surprised myself. So, and everyone I've told that I was making this video is like, how did you make that under $1.50? So I promise you I did. I'm gonna put the calculations in the info box down below. I picked up everything from Walmart, but you can go to any like budget-friendly grocery store. This is not sponsored by them or anything, so go to whatever store that you know has the good deals and make these recipes for super cheap. So thank you again, and be sure to check out Eva's. A link will be down below. You can follow them on their Instagram, help support them. I just think what they're doing is amazing. And hopefully you guys can make it out to the event tomorrow. Use my coupon code if you want to buy a ticket. And if not, we'll be vlogging it, so that video will be coming soon. As always, don't forget to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button down below. I post on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays on my channel, and I can't wait to see you guys in my next video. Have a fabulous day. Bye guys. Mwah.